Alright, basic set combo is ready. GURPS magic is ready. The creature catalog is technically ready, but hopefully I won't need to use it. GURPS Rogue Trader is on, but that's not what I want right now. Wait, hold on. I want... Oh, fuck. Where did it go? Ah, here it is. The old NPC generator, which is rapidly becoming my new favorite thing for allowing me to run GURPS quickly. Alright, let's do this one more time. I'm John, he's Joe, this is GURPS, party of one. Let's get some gaming in.
Let's do it.
Alright, Joe. Your character today is Durok from the Dwarvish clan Honorminer? Do I have that right?
Indeed.
Alright. Well, Durok, you're in for a very exploratory experience today, since we don't have any proper visual aids outside of our one generic mini on our humble GURPS map. We will start today with naught but that single miniature in chits, and then week by week we will unfold maps, battle maps, 3D terrain pieces that I will not waste time during the sessions to whip out. Oh, it's gonna be good. Especially because I'm gonna cut all the dead air out so it looks like I know all the rules off the top of my head. Oh, you'll see. Just you wait. Today, though, Durok, we begin with you about to head on your first mission for your parent organization, the Veil Guardians. Now, do you remember who the Veil Guardians are?
I do.
Alright, so for our dear viewers at home, the Veil Guardians in our homebrew world, the End of Empires, the Veil Guardians are a token adventuring organization, technically mercenaries that specialize in alternative diplomatic solutions for the noble lords ordained by the gods across the world. There are, after all, a great many monsters and villains and other accursed things abound that imperil the safety and even the very coherence of the material plane. Fortunately, the Veil Guardians are always there as best they can when they are not periodically getting disbanded, destroyed, or reduced to but a single lone Obi-Wan Kenobi-esque mentor to help right those wrongs. You, Durok Honorminer, are currently employed by the Duke Ardenheart, Lord of the Heathengate in the land of Igolia. Igolia is a kingdom. Think of it as not France, but with completely bastardized naming conventions. It's currently in a state of semi-perpetual chaos, even by the standards of a feudal society. So things are looking a little grim. You specifically have been tasked with heading to the adjacent county of Loneharrow to treat with the Baron Castiel Berzoni, the Twin, as he's called, to investigate on behalf of the Duke himself a magic item, an heirloom of the Berzoni family, that some say may well be cursed. Your lord, Ardenheart, has decreed that all such cursed items and all practitioners of heinous magics are to be made known and brought to justice. We pick up in near the titular gate of Heathengate, with you arriving with your pack to get your wagon ready to head off for Loneharrow. You have been given for this task by your order, the Veil Guardians, a wagon to carry supplies that you may need, and a single donkey.
Okay, nice.
Out of curiosity, what is the donkey's name?
Oh, man. We'll go with Kilmore.
Kilmore?
Yeah.
Christ, what an ass. Alright. Well, with your noble steed, I guess it's not a steed because you're not riding it.
Yeah. I don't think I can teamster donkeys. I'm a bird teamsterer.
Well, you can always default.
Yeah.
I forgot that you dealt with riding birds, which, if you're listening, Square Enix, first off, thank you for the time of day. We appreciate the views, and also, they're definitely not chocobos. They have a completely different name. But as you arrive with your pack, your personal basics in tow, and... Actually, what gear do you have? Personal basics. Oh, you have a suit of plate armor? Oh, this is gonna be easy.
Yeah, I've got tons of stuff.
Oh, I should have made this way more difficult. At least you can't dodge for the life of you.
That's very true. That's what all-out attacking is for.
It is true. If you end the fight before they can hit you back, then who needs to dodge? So, while I pull up this note here regarding a young cousin of the Duke who is waiting for you by your wagon, as a Veil Guardian, what are your obligations? What are the tenets of your oath?
Well, I am to act within, yes, my code of honor, the values of the Veil Guardians, to not usurp local politics, nor accept any title, to not accept a contract for conquest unless it is against outlaws, to not work for any who engage in heinous or depraved magics, and to oppose the ascension of the worshippers of gods in service of evil, to respect the lives and the sanctity of the Yazatas, the local gods of the world, and to punish banditry in all of its forms.
Nice, awesome, wonderful. I'm rapidly realizing I made a typo on there, and I'm, well...
Oh, yeah, there's a couple, but...
That's, ouch. But that's fine, it's only forever. Because it's recorded now. That's fine, I already fixed it in GCS, at least some of them. I think. Or maybe I fixed them in my private notes? I don't know. But we'll revise, review, adapt, overcome. Alright. Durok, waiting for you by the wagon, is one, the young Engelbart Ardenheart. He kind of smirks and is leaning against your wagon as you arrive.
Well, what does he look like? Is he a young... well, yeah, he's young, but like how young is young? Is he like a teenager?
Yeah, he's about 17 years old. He's from one of the cadet branches of the house.
Okay.
So, like, he's an Ardenheart, but he's not one of, like, the main Ardenhearts, if that makes sense. His lands are, like, elsewhere.
Okay, yeah, how upset was Duke Osmond gonna be if this guy dies?
If he dies, he would probably not be thrilled.
I just want to, I guess, test the boundaries to see how much I can push this guy around without getting the Veil Guardians in trouble.
Well, you could probably get away with being, like, fairly rude to him, but, like, killing him I would strongly recommend against.
Well, I wouldn't, like, I don't mean go out of my way to kill him, but if he were so happen to die when we're off doing our thing.
Oh, you say that like he's coming with.
Oh, okay. I walk up and I introduce myself. I tell him, I am Durok. I have been sent by the Veil Guardians to assist your Duke with the matters of figuring out this Baron Berzoni's whatever he has in store, whatever cursed items he is hiding.
It's a ring, as I understand it.
Well, what else do you know, or have you heard about this ring?
I've heard it's a cursed thing, that the Berzoni line was damned by the gods since their inception, that their history is replete with nefarious murders and schemes most foul, and that was only a matter of time before the evil comes home to roost. It's a folktale, I'm told, from Loneharrow, that the Berzoni ring was cursed by a demon long ago, and that is why they are so keen on wickedness. Then again, my uncle accused them very publicly of murder, and perhaps that's all that really matters.
Who is it that they were said to have murdered?
They say Castiel is known as the Twin, though I suppose he's a twin no longer, ever since his brother, a very beloved chap, I'm told, met a very unseemly end on the road. Uncle Osmond accused Castiel of hiring bandits to do the job. Though, these lands are... I would never dare accuse my uncle of incompetence by saying that they are truly lawless, but it is considered very unwise to travel alone, especially in Loneharrow.
Well, is there anything else that I should know about Loneharrow before I go there?
About Loneharrow? I'm told that most of the region is occupied by nomads, the people of Graysgreen. They migrate their cattle around through the seasons and bring their herds in for slaughter and the trade goods at the Berzoni keep at Fort Toll, at least once a year.
I see.
I would also be wary, Master Dwarf. Your leader here of the Veil Guardians, Sindrasine Wilgees. I'm told that she volunteered you for this task after choice words you had for her about her penchant for the practice of magery.
Well, this is... it is not a matter I wish to discuss at this moment, but perhaps if you would like to get a drink sometime, I can get into the nitty-gritty of those details.
Should you survive, I would love to share a drink with you on your return, Sir Durok.
Tell me, you and your family, have they got any of that Igolian honeymead?
Igolian honeymead?
I've heard great things about it.
Why don't you give me an area knowledge check, Joe, to tell me what you have heard of Igolian honeymead, though I appreciate the deep cut.
I got a 10. I'm testing against... if there's no modifier, then 10. Passed by nothing.
Alright, yeah. So you've heard of the miraculously delicious honeymead that is said in some versions to have curative properties, or at least to be very strongly alcoholic, enough perhaps to even impress a dwarf. Engelbart is willing to, he cracks a smile, he can't resist the opportunity, and tells you to wait here as he runs off towards the larder. While he's away, trying to steal a little honeymead for you, is there anything, you would like here at Heathengate to prepare? It is probably the largest city in the duchy.
Well, I wanted to ask, do I get paid by the Vale Guardians or by Lord Ardenheart?
Technically, you get paid by the Vale Guardians, but that is largely coming directly from Lord Ardenheart. Though, as per all Vale Guardian contracts, you are entitled to the right of salvage if you should be attacked at any point.
Okay. Okay. Am I like on a salary, or do I get paid something if I complete this mission?
At your rank within the society, you are given a very token salary, but but it's kind of assumed that you will consistently do missions and like get the spoils of war. Like the Vale Guardians are a mercenary outfit. Like mercenaries primarily get paid in loot, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, I guess last thing, at least from what I've kind of gathered about what I've heard about this contract, or what's been told a bit to me about it, is this ring, like, known to exist and be in the possession of the Berzoni, or is this, like, sort of just rumor and, like, hearsay at this point?
The ring is known to exist and to be magical. It's an heirloom of their house. Whether or not it's cursed is up to debate.
I see, okay.
That said, Lord Ardenheart says it's cursed.
Yes, okay.
And, you rolled, what, a 10 on your area knowledge of Igolia check? Yeah, then you would know enough to know that things are very tense right now between the Duke and his many vassals of late. Though, all that manling politics is, it's a lot of squawking to follow, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they don't live long enough. They only last, like, 4 years, like, any given king's rule, I mean.
That's true. It is very commonly known that in Igolia, for over 1,000 years, no dynasty has held control of the realm for more than 3 generations. Come to think of it, the current king is third in his line.
Am I aware of who the current king is?
That would be considered fairly common knowledge. Now here's the real question is, did I write it down? Just kidding, I know that I did. Something stall for time as I look up the king of the realm, Charlon III. He's a boy of 12 years of age.
Oh, I see, okay.
Of the House Merovinge.
Okay, so,
It's okay, Joe,
I'm
you
trying
can
to think
take
if there's
your
anything
time.
else I need to that I should prepare for in this town. I assume this isn't really the kind of thing where I'm gathering a band of goons or something. Like, I guess my main concern at this point is if I walk in there with whatever sort of attempt to, like, arrest him for this possession, I have a feeling that's not exactly going to go my way if I just walk into his, like, throne room and do that.
That would be an astute observation.
So, I guess maybe... Yeah.
Well, just remember, your boss doesn't like you because you're racist against wizards.
Yeah.
So, there's a reason that she volunteered you to go do this task with no backup, and the rest of the Vale Guardians are staying here.
Yeah.
Also, he is a count, so he has a full army.
Oh, he's a count. Okay.
Yes. Or, I'm sorry, he's a baron. The Baron
he's a
Berzoni.
baron. Okay.
But a baron still has troops.
Yes. Well, I was thinking I might have to wait for him to... I might ask around to see when he might be leaving his keep. And, you know, when he might be going off to visit someone or something, so I can catch him on the road. That's my current strategy.
Okay, so you're just gonna, like, knock him out and ask questions later?
Well, I don't know about knock him out, but definitely try to come up with some places where I think he might. Okay, I guess I should go and see him first, and see if I get any immediate vibes from him before I make any decisions.
Fair enough. Well then, in that case, if there's nothing else you want to do to prepare, Engelbard comes back with a sizable cask of Igolian honey mead. Looks like it's already been tapped into just a little bit though, as he's staggering on his way over. Before he plops it out with a semi-hollow, sloshing thud on the back of your wagon.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I think you'll find, Master Dwarf, that this is the good stuff. Verily." At which point he taps into it just a little bit more for the road.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I pour some into my water skin and give him a cheers and down a drink.
All right. Well, fortunately for you, it looks like your shared love of drink endears you to Engelbard.
Aha!
And going forward, you have +1 reaction bonuses with him, because he
Nice.
just plain likes you, despite your otherwise odious dwarfish nature.
Carousing is paying off.
Oh, well, you haven't even rolled carousing yet. Carousing is for an entire night of drinking.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we just started.
Yeah, like if
The
you
night has
wanted,
only begun.
are you leaving to, or are you gonna get this poor bastard drunk and kidnap him onto your adventure?
Oh, that's actually a great idea. Well, was I like expected to? I assume I was getting my wagon ready, so I assume that meant I was like about to leave.
That is true. But you're given very free reign over this. Technically, the only thing that's expected of you is that you have the good decency to die.
That's fair.
So, if that's fair, I don't know what else is fair then in the eyes of a member of the storied Honorminer clan.
Well, you know what then? I might just ask Engelbart. Engelbart? Or
Engelbart.
Bart. Okay. Yeah, if I'm not under any strict time constraint, then I think I'm gonna ask him if he wants to just hang out at the tavern tonight, just to get some more drinking in. One good send off before I head over to Lone Harrow and who knows, maybe even die against this demon worshipper.
Oh, well, let me see how he responds to this. I'd hate to see you go. Where is it? Oh, and with your bonuses. But I do want more of that mead.
It was quite exquisite.
And he agrees to go drinking with you tonight before you leave in the morning.
Nice, yeah.
So what are you trying to do here?
I'm gonna try to get him so drunk that he swears some kind of oath or vow or something.
Oh, you're hitting him with the full Gotrek and Felix, I see.
Yes.
Okay. Well, like I said, he was already tapping into your honey mead, and he also has a noble's purse,
Yes.
but also the poor decision-making skills of a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a +3 bonus on your carousing check.
I would also like to add, if he has any, like, sense or urge of, like, antagonizing people at the bar, I'm going to encourage him in the hopes of him picking a fight he can't win so that I can, like, save him from the fight.
Oh, that's pretty cold. Man, that really just, we went from, we did the full Game of Thrones thing pretty quick. You're already, like, manipulating, like, a minor to go and, like, get into trouble so you can, like, conscript him to adventure with
Well,
you.
I like to think that this isn't even a thing that I am, like, scheming and going out of my way to do it, but just through the type of, like, aggressive personality that dwarves have, that this is just kind of a thing that, like, to me, it's more of, like, a game that has, a plot.
Oh, okay, so you're not, like, trying to manipulate this kid. You're just assuming that your character is, like, abrasive and gets drunk and just picks fights with people at the bar. Okay, so yeah, have you rolled that carousing check yet at +3?
So what am I testing against for carousing?
It's going to be a total of 15 for you?
Oh, 15, yes. Yes, I got 12 out of 15.
Okay, well, that's definitely going to make him like you more. Yeah, at one point in the night, he definitely has, while you're at a strange bar in the city, the It's called the Sign of the Balding Bard.
Mhm.
And the sign is just a picture of a little halfling with a broken lute, just crying giant tears.
Wait, is it the balding bard?
No, bawling, like
Bal-
wah, bawling, like yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
And he talks about your glories and your greatness, and says, "My friend here, glorious Honorminer, is going to do battle with all these villains and knaves who would dare disrespect my uncle Lord Ardenheart. I say he could take on any one of you. He could," and he just starts walking around the tavern. He says he could take you, and he could take you. And he gets right up in some wall of a man's face. He looks like a local mountain man, like a trapper. And just stinking drunk, he walks up to him and says that he could take you. Before throwing up on him slightly and getting punched directly in the face.
Oh yeah, I leap out of my seat and run to him. In fact, I'm going to try to bull rush tackle this wall of a man to the ground.
All right.
Actually, no, I got sumo wrestling. I need to be, I will get in my wide stance, arms far apart, and slowly actually approach him.
For the record, you know, sumo gives you bonuses to, like, body slamming people.
Oh, really? Okay. Maybe I will body slam him then.
Alright. Alright. You run up on him. Smells very foul. Alright, what is your speed?
Speed is 5.75.
Okay, so after he punches the hapless young Ardenheart, you kind of you're in your seat and you are immediately ready to get into the fray. I don't have a tavern ready on hand, but we can just assume that
Yeah, I assume we're in an enclosed room. I can imagine what a tavern looks like.
Oh yeah. So we'll say you're probably about like that many yards away from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I can do GURPS design tabletop simulator magic.
Aha.
Alright. Peasants are all around, they go screaming. The fight begins, there's tables, there's chairs around nearby. So consider it difficult terrain, I suppose. We'll actually make it so you fit in. Just remember this is GURPS, so your facing will matter. Also, you are not wearing your plate mail armor.
Oh no.
Why would you be?
To impress people.
That's... I'm torn. This seems like something that maybe could be a thing, but it's pushing it. Do you have Alright, here's what we'll do. You can give me a health check at
Okay.
-3, and for every point you fail by is a point of fatigue that you have already spent.
Okay. I got 13 out of 12 minus 3, so 9, so I'm at down 4.
Alright, going forward, here on and henceforth. This one right here, that's your health. But this one right here, that's going to be your fatigue. And then we can track it on the app later.
Nice. So I believe I should be... So I'm at 15 regularly, so I believe I'm at 11.
Alright. This we will
also be
probably
11.
cut out and definitely not just leave everything in. Alright. So, the barbarian is... He's not feeling you, Joe.
No.
Oh no. However, it doesn't matter because you have the first action. You are currently sitting. Remember, GURPS, you have 1 second rounds, so you've a very specific array of actions that are all over here that you can do. I even did the little spread out option. If you want, you can even put them in the little section that's dedicated to your hand. And then you'll just have them on your sheet at all times.
Well, I think I'm gonna start off. I'm going to just take my mug and try to chuck it right at his head.
Oh, wait a moment. I almost forgot. You've been drinking heavily.
I have.
All
Hopefully
right.
this other guy has been too.
That's true. You know what? For the sake of time, we'll say that you two have both been drinking enough that the modifiers kind of balance out, and we'll have you roll against your base stats anyway, just because you're both like equally.
I am tolerant to alcohol, though.
That's. Oh, you know what? I guess it is gonna make a difference.
Yeah. I don't know if that counts as poison or not, but I got that too.
You know, I hadn't thought about it, but damn if that isn't the case. Also, there's a whole section on drinking and intoxication.
Just like Warhammer Fantasy.
Oh, this table isn't nearly as funny.
Oh yeah.
Drinking and intoxication, end of any hour in which you consume more than. All right, can you roll 2d6 for me and tell me how many drinks you've had?
10.
10. Okay.
That's a decent amount.
Okay, so
Metabolize 1 per hour or something.
well, how it works apparently is you roll against the higher of either your health or carousing, and then if you keep drinking, you roll once per hour. The stages of drunkenness are from sober to tipsy to drunk to unconscious to coma. So technically, you should actually be rolling a couple of these for me.
Okay.
Alright, we'll say that you're into about hour, considering how you've treated poor Engelbart. We'll say this is hour 4 of your heavy drinking.
Okay.
So yeah, so roll 3 more, or
I'm sorry. More? 2 more?
I'm sorry, total of, this is going to be 4 checks against, I guess your health and your carousing are the same?
I think my carousing is 1 better.
Oh, wait.
My carousing... Oh, wait, no, you're right. They're both 12.
Wait, does resistance to poison count for... Oh, it totally does include all drug... Okay, so you actually also have a +6 on each of these rolls for your resistance to poison.
Oh, snap. Okay, then I think I can only crit fail.
Fair enough.
So I'm making 4 of these?
Correct.
So that's an 11, a 9.
Oh, for the record, if you do critical fail, you drop 3 levels. So
Okay.
you go... So you actually can't get tipsy, you just go straight to... from sober to drunken stupor.
Well, that sounds about right. Alright, so that was an 8, and then let's knock out an 18. Okay, we got 11.
Alright. So... Okay, so I guess actually you're holding up pretty okay.
Yeah, those actually all passed even against 12, so I don't even need my my resistance.
Oh yeah, so I guess actually for you're playing your hand the best you can. I guess.
I'm no stranger to binge drinking. Like, this is a nightly, you know, at least weekly occurrence for old Durok.
That's and yet you are not immune to hangovers, because that's a separate thing you didn't pay for. Oh, this doesn't have the thing where it pops up when I roll. Oh, but that's nice. Okay, so our barbarian, he has not been drinking as long as you.
Okay.
But miraculously is somehow also sober.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, he's been putting. Am I reading this right? Does he have a? Oh, he gets a penalty for. Oh no, that. Oh, -1 per additional drink in the hour that you've been. Okay. You get a bonus if you've recently eaten. Okay, so yeah, this wild man from the hills is pretty tipsy.
That's what I like to hear.
So he's gonna have some penalties, but not too many. It's gonna be mostly a penalty on like a flat -1 than most things. So then, Durok, what do you do? It is. You still have the first action.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try to throw my mug at him.
Okay, so he punches Engelbart Ardenheart, and you hurl your mug across the room. It's gonna be a thrown weapon attack.
What's the default?
I believe it is Dex -4.
Whoa! Oh my god, I rolled a 4.
Oh, is that a critical hit?
I don't know.
I think
it's tested against 7.
Yeah, hold on. I think that actually is a critical. What the?
Oh.
You know, I think this is the first time in years that I've played GURPS that I think anyone has ever actually landed a critical hit, because nobody ever rolls 3 or 4s.
Oh yeah. It's a pretty low chance, I guess. Like 1 out of 36 plus another 6. That's like, I don't know. You're getting close to like 1 out of 180 or something. I guess 4, so. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like 3 out of 180 or something.
Well, I'm going to go look up and see if he even can dodge this. Why don't you get ready to roll on the handy-dandy critical hit chart?
Ooh, what would I do to is that just like a 3d6 roll?
Oh yeah, it's just a flat 3d6. The table's over here if you want to see for yourself.
Oh, right. Well, I got a 9.
Oh yeah, 3 or 4 is always a critical success.
9 is normal damage only. Good old back to 3.5, confirming your crits.
What? Normal damage only. God, if it isn't goddamn hard enough to land a critical hit in GURPS. Though you will note, if you... Oh, wait. No, that's for if it hits his head. Well, let's see if he dodges. Because he's lightly encumbered and he's not dressed for war. Oh, you know how I was wondering if he dodges or not? He does not.
Aha!
And you said you're throwing a mug at him?
Yes.
Alright. That's going to be 1d minus 4. Minimum 1 point of damage.
Alright, let's get a good one.
As you just bop him.
1d. I rolled a 1.
Alright, so he takes 1 point of damage.
Critical hit. Are there any other dwarves, perhaps, in this bar that I might be able to encourage into a good old-fashioned pub scrap?
There's a couple off in a corner. They seem particularly depressed, though.
Oh, no.
And don't seem in a... they don't look like they're in a scrapping mood. Do with that what you will.
Okay.
They're also many... They were here when you showed up, and they are many drinks deeper.
Okay.
So you hurl your mug at him, and it like hits him in the shoulder. He doesn't seem very phased by it. You're not even sure if it hurt him much beneath his like. He's wearing like furs and leathers.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "You're acting mighty big for such a little man." As he grabs a chair off the ground and just tries to crack it directly over your head.
Uh-oh. Is he making a move attack?
He is. He's
better factor in that minus whatever.
It's -4. He's more flinging it than like really like landing a proper blow. Like I said, he's kind of tipsy. Helps if I roll the correct types of dice instead of just grabbing them off of my desk. Wow! Critical miss. The opposite of what we wanted to see. He just slams it directly into the table, shattering the chair, flipping the table. Drinking food and honey mead just spills everywhere. And he looks very silly. He's taken aback for a second. But that gives you time to act. It's your turn.
Oh, yeah, I scream right in his face. You filthy peasant! Do you even know who you just hit? And, I'm just gonna go for a good old sumo. Try to take him to the ground.
Alright. Oh, we get to finally play with the sumo rules. Oh, yeah. You know... I felt so clever. I was like, oh, I'm ready for Joe this time. I've read up on all of the rules that were relevant last time that I spent way too much time looking up when we played before. And then I forgot that you bought a different set of, like, unarmed skills.
I know in real sumo, the good old palm jab is, like, a common maneuver. So if they got an equivalent for that in GURPS, where I could just, like, jab him right to the throat or something.
Well, primarily sumo is for taking the grab, shove, or tripping actions, primarily.
Okay.
You can also parry with your hands.
Then, yeah, I'm going to try to shove him down to the ground.
Okay. Alright, yeah, so you're going to take a shove. Give me a sumo check.
Oh, that is 6. Pass by 5.
This is for the shove maneuver, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if that's what sumo be doing.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. I'm getting very worried about the safety of this random henchman that I statted out in the last 30 seconds. Oh my god, does he actually dodge? Where's my grabs? Show me the grab rules. Eventually, I'm going to be prepared for GURPS, and it's just going to be, this whole thing is going to be just covered in spreadsheets. And I'll be like, I'm finally ready. Oh, I'm not even in the right section of the rules. Alright, so yeah, you were able to get a hold of him and overpower him onto the ground.
Nice.
I said, as I finally find the, Oh, that's how that works. Okay, I misread it. Hold on. As you go to grab him and take him down, you reach out and you grab onto his body successfully, because why would he try and dodge? He's a barbarian, and you are small, and he thinks he can overpower you. This is what we call in the business a poor life choice. That being the case, now that you two are in a grapple, on his turn, he's going to try and overpower you. Because now he's in a grapple. Once you're in a grapple, you have a set of options you can do. You can take down people, you can pin them if they're already on the ground. You can also choke or strangle them. You can also do limb locks, like my beloved neck snap or limb wrench for you pro wrestling fans out there. Or, for the most sumo of all things, you can just pick a dude up and just slam him on the ground over and over again until he stops. like a fucking gorilla, just like pick him up, just whack him. Anyway, he with his tipsiness actually is not going to be able to overpower you even. Actually, I do need you to roll anyway, just in case you fail worse than he does.
Uh-oh, I got a 10.
Alright, does that pass for you?
Pass by 1.
Okay, so you actually do not get overpowered in the grapple. Oh, I am fucking up left, right, and center with what he can do. Ah, well. Okay, so when you're grabbed, you can punch back, but you can't necessarily do grab actions back.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this was him trying to overpower you. So now you can roll the takedown.
Nice. Just against sumo again?
Highest of strength, dex, or best grappling skill. You get to pick.
Oh, okay. I'm going to make this an all-out attack, if that's within my power.
I will allow it.
Nice.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be allowed, but I am going to allow it. So that's going to give you
That's against 15?
Wait. Oh, you're doing the +4?
Oh, yeah.
Because there's like 6 types of all-out attacks.
Oh, yeah. I meant determined.
Okay. That's what I figured, but I need to be better about that. Alright.
Yeah.
So he technically did pass by 3. What did you get?
I got passed by 6.
Alright, so you have taken him down.
Nice.
He falls down next to you. If he was trying to grapple, he loses his grip. Alright. Yeah, you, Oh, okay. Oh, for future reference, you can do the E Honda sumo push palm thing.
Nice.
That is actually what the shove mechanic is for.
Okay.
You hit somebody, and you do your thrust damage at a penalty.
Okay.
But it also inflicts, knockback, but no actual injury. But you can also push people, over terrain and stuff to, essentially, make them fall over stuff and hurt themselves. So, yeah, so normally this would not be the end of the fight, but he's not really looking for this scrap to begin with, and as you slam him down, he's just not much of a fighter, and he goes out like a light.
Okay.
The young Engelbart Ardenheart staggers up, his nose is kind of bleeding, and he says, That was amazing, my dear Durok. Yes, you're all right. You know, there's something I want to run by you, he says. And then we smash cut to the next morning with him extremely hungover. And you, well, let's get a roll to see how hungover you are.
What am I testing against here?
I believe it's going to be a health check. But you actually might get to resist your poison.
I did roll a 7, so that's passed by 5 against my health.
Well, here's the real question: do you stop drinking there, or do you keep going until you pass out as well?
Well, I guess I should test against my carousing compulsion.
Oh, you have compulsive carousing? Well, I respect your owning up to it.
I did get a 9, so I think I'm willing to resist and call it a night.
Okay. Well, then it's just a basic roll versus health.
Okay, I did get a 7 on that.
Alright, yeah, so then you are actually not hungover at all and able to recount easily to dear Engelbart the oath he has made to see your task to completion if it kills him. He seems to be in too much pain as he's rubbing his temples to really think about the consequences of what this means for him. He kind of accepts the situation for what it is, realizing that you were already several miles away from the road.
Okay. Oh, we're already on the road?
Yeah, essentially, the last thing he remembers is him saying, I want to tell you something after that bar fight. And then we just smash cut back to you on the road the next day. Letting him know. He has essentially the clothes he was still wearing for partying. He's not really equipped for travel.
Uh-huh.
Though he does have, a long knife on his person.
Okay.
Though you'll probably have to share provisions with him, which means you don't have enough for your journey.
Oh, yeah.
As it is going to be about 2 weeks for you to get all the way down to Fort Toll. As you continue onward, the hills surrounding Heathengate are dire looking. Very, lots of rough looking crags, and I guess as a dwarf you would recognize very cheap, unhelpful stone. All over you can see the remains of ancient battles that were fought here, places where trees once stood that were uprooted, places that are little patches of glass from incredibly hot fires from the battles of wizards that once tore this land to pieces in a time long before even you were born. Actually, how old are you by dwarvish standards?
Very young.
Oh!
Like 20.
20 by dwarvish standards?
20 by year standards. So, like, by dwarven, probably, like, 14 or something.
Oh god, so you're barely older than Lord Ardenheart is. You're a wee babe, a beardling of the most beardling sort.
Quite.
Alright, as you continue onward, the first day or so of travel passes without incident beyond the constant signs of war. Not many travelers to be seen. However, on the second night, can I get a detect lies check? This is going to come up in a moment, and I want to see how your character would respond.
Not good.
Good to know. As you continue onward, about 3/4 of the way through your travel, about 6 hours into your making progress with the donkey on the cart, young Engelbart is getting increasingly bored, but tries to ask you all types of probing questions about your family and about the dwarvish culture to try and keep himself occupied. What is Veilguard like? What, where do dwarves come from anyway? Is it true you're older than the mountains? Etc., etc.
Yeah, I definitely try to entertain him.
Eventually, up ahead, you can hear the soft sound of a lyre being played over the over the noises of animals in the distance and such, as you round a corner and see a thin human man with a goatee, his hair kind of graying, in a very beaten up entertainer's outfit, very bright colors, dulled by the dirt from travel, singing to himself as he plays on his lyre. Do you have connoisseur music?
I don't have anything involving music.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so he's playing a tune of a kind. It is pleasant enough to hear. As you walk by, he says, "Hail and well met!"
Why, hello there. Can I do, like, a thaumaturgy to see if I get any air of, like, magical presence that he might be giving off?
It is said that many a singer is blessed by the gods themselves with inspiration, and that comes with other gifts as well. You can roll thaumaturgy to see if he is weaving any such magics at this time.
Wow, I actually got a 7 out of 8.
He seems to be resisting, or at least holding off on casting any magic, at least at this time. Then again,
okay,
not all shenanigans requires magic to use.
Okay. Well, yeah, I ask him, well, what has brought you to these hills?
Oh, my dear friends, I am on my way from Heathengate abroad to take my talents elsewhere. Alas and alack, I fear to tread much further without some companions. I've heard of terrible things stalking the roads of late. Lord Ardenheart has really allowed the realm to fall to the dogs, I am told.
I wouldn't speak ill of him.
He says, trying to read the room, it looks like, as he darts his eyes back and forth. But of course not, he is, after all, our rightful and just liege, as per the compacts of old. Aye, indeed. But, all the same, the gnolls up ahead are very real, and I would not wish to try again to cross their path without some friends with strong sword arms at my side, if we can.
Gnolls, you say?
Ah, yes. Gnolls. Terrible, tall things with bestial heads and gnashing teeth.
How many strong is their number?
Oh, I couldn't say, but I knew that they were fierce. They devoured my last band that I traveled with. It was a terrible thing to see. If they were to attack us, I would surely rather run than risk doing battle with them.
Well, my compatriot and I are on our way to Lone Harrow. If you wish to join us, you would be welcome to do so.
To Lone Harrow, you say? Ah, that would be most splendid. Exquisite, even. Ah, my name is Philippe Sweetham, trained in Cascada. It is...
Philippe of Cascada.
It is a pleasure and an honor to make your acquaintance, good sirs.
I am Dartok of the clan of the Honorminers. I am among the guild of the Velgarians.
Dartok, was it?
Durok.
Ah, oh, forgive me in my old ears. Ah, they often lead me astray, picking up things they shouldn't and whatnot. But with friends like these, how can we fail?
Well, and I believe that there is a power in numbers, to be certain.
Agreed. Let us away then, and not tarry. I'll see if I can recall any dwarfish rock operas.
It has been many a year since I have heard one.
Yes, now, fortunately for him, it's been long enough that you can't tell if he's playing it exactly right, but, he definitely is, strumming, along, keeping a tune, singing the tale of, the bat that escaped the 9 hells, and other such, classic hits of dwarfish culture.
Philippe, do you know the one of the mermaids in the aquifer?
The mermaids in the aquifer? Let me see, I might know a variant of it or two. Unfortunately, your character doesn't have a connoisseur of music, so probably can't tell if he's,
yeah, not at all.
Yeah, you two may well just be kind of bullshitting back and forth at each other, trying to make yourselves both sound cultured.
Yeah.
However, poor Engelbart is quite impressed, even if he struggles to keep up. Though, of course, he couldn't even if he wanted to, because you're both lying. Perhaps. But as you continue along, eventually it's time for night to fall. Philippe volunteers to take the first watch.
I tell him to, well, Philippe, I am not one to take keeping watch lightly. This is a very serious matter among my kind. I like take a stick and start drawing in the dirt and start creating like a grid to figure out with like phases of the moon to like determine exactly how long each of us should be keeping watch.
I forgot that was one of your disadvantages, that like you worship the god of sentinels, so you're like obsessed with making sure that the watch is done absolutely in accordance with like dwarf sanctioned precepts. This explanation probably goes on for quite some time. Engelbart eventually kind of insolently asks, like, can't we just do it in threes? Like he takes first, I take second, you take last. Do we really need all of this?
Well, Engelbart, you are young. I will allow you that first transgression against my ancestors. But the short answer is no. The long answer, I will take the first watch. It is my duty, and you can head to sleep now. The plans will be drawn up. You will see them when you are awake. Don't worry, I'll wake you up when it is time.
Engelbart is exhausted, so he's content to take you up on that. Philippe seems to have his face a bit contorted. Are you sure, Master Dwarf? I can wait for you to finish your plans so that I can watch in appropriate fashion. I would not want to insult or disappoint you in any way. I figure
you could not stop me from keeping the first watch if you tried. It is written in the sacred schematics.
Yes, of course, the sacred. Oh dear. Perhaps why don't we take the watch together? He says.
Well, I suppose that could be. I could make a. Very well. We can keep this first watch together. More eyes, the better.
Wonderful. As he says that, you can start hearing some howls in the distance.
Yeah, I immediately like perk up and start like scanning.
Not a moment too soon. Well, let's ready our camp. I have bad feeling about this.
Do those sound like the gnolls you heard before, Philippe?
Quite possibly. It's a devilish racket that they all make, is it not? Oh, I'm just realizing all my sample battle maps are all on square grids. No!
Yeah, it's all,
Alright, that's call that a visual reference then.
Okay.
They, However, about an hour or two into your watch, eventually, Philippe Sweetum goes to relieve himself behind a tree, before shortly thereafter rushing back, screaming at the top of his lungs, "Durok! Durok!
What?
I think they're here.
Who?
The gnolls, they're bravely in their battle set. A multitude of them come upon us. Please, we're not ready for such a fight. We must away. Leave the cart. Let the mule fend for itself. We are undone."
What? Kill more? Never. We do not leave the battlefield.
The donkey agrees with a mighty hee-haw.
I start screaming for Engelbart. Stand fast! Stand fast! Prepare yourself!
Engelbart is struggling to get his eyes open. Oh, what's going? It's probably going to take him a little bit. Philippe rushes past you, looking for all the world terrified.
Rushing past me as in he's running away?
He's rushing past your line of sight, probably running away.
Coward!
True, but I live.
What life is that?
I'm sorry I can't hear you over the sound of me doing the thing that will allow me to survive. And, however, in front of you, dear Durok, you can see, emerging from the tree line, the figures of 3 shambling, I guess, covered in head-to-toe furs, looking like they have dog heads. Humanoid creatures. Can I get a perception check?
9 out of 10. Passed by 1.
Alright. And you have night vision, right?
I do believe so. I do have night vision 5.
Wow, okay, so that's going to be just enough to cancel out the penalties here. Has your character ever seen a gnoll before?
No.
Well, you can tell at least that these are no beasts, but rather humans wearing large, heavy furs. Not unlike that trapper you saw earlier. However, all the same, they are armed with wicked-looking spears and are looking ready to attack.
Yeah, I'll ready my axe and shield if I don't already have it drawn.
For the record, do you have your plate armor on?
Yeah, I would imagine I do.
Now, you have been traveling all day at this point, so I am going to have to hit you for half of your fatigue points.
Okay.
Since
round it up or down?
Round down, and then I'll justify it as an excuse to give you more character points later.
Okay.
The good news is that you are slightly faster than them.
Oh, nice. Am I aware of this drow figure?
Oh, that is Philippe. I couldn't find a good bard.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to take all day with it.
Okay, no problem. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing something that was said.
No, that would have been brutal.
Yeah.
Their speed is at 6.75.
Oh, then they are faster than me.
So on their turn, they're gonna start slowly approaching and encircling you. The middle one tries to do his best to bark out. "Flee for your life, dwarf. Leave behind your possessions, and we will let you live this day."
Yeah, I respond with, "I am a follower of the Watcher. I am an honor miner. You do not know it. You are already dead."
Damn. Oh, he really hit him with the Omewa Shindaru. Oh, the full, just in time for Fist of the North Star to get remade, no less. Now, unfortunately, your character isn't very intimidating, so rather than risk you just botching that, I'm just going to have you not make that roll.
Okay.
But it is your turn.
Okay. Which one said that to me?
This one here.
Middle one. Alright, I'm going to make a move attack.
Move attack, not a slam?
Does that give me, less of a penalty or something?
Correct.
Does that actually deal damage to him? Or is that just,
Oh, you're thinking of shove. A slam very much does damage. It just
Oh,
risks
nice.
damage to you, but you offset it by being good at sumoing.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll slam him.
Go, Gadget, go! Fucking... Other actions in combat, damage and injury, melee attacks. The slam! You can deliberately collide with an opponent. Is it an attack, all-out attack, or move an attack? You roll against dex, brawling, or sumo wrestling. The skill cap of 9 and the -4 to hit do not apply to slams, so you don't get the -4 to hit.
Okay. Can I also spend a fatigue to Mighty Blow to get the +4 for determined?
Okay, just be warned that there is a downside to the slam.
Oh, Or actually, no. The mighty blow is just strong attack, which is +2 damage. But what is the downside?
You moved 3 yards. What is your what is your hit points?
11.
Oh, right, the downside. So there's a chance that you can hurt yourself doing this, because essentially it's like a tackle, right? Like you and your opponent just like hit into each other.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take that chance. All right, so just roll against Sumo.
Correct.
Okay, I got a 13. Failed by 2.
Oh no. Well, the good news is that since you weren't doing the flying tackle, which is like the football move, unfortunately you do run past him into a tree.
Oh no.
You're going to be rolling a 1d -2.
Uh-oh. I rolled a 1.
Alright, so you take 1 point of crushing damage as you just run. You kind of slow down a little bit, but you still just kind of like clang into a large tree.
Does it go through armor?
It absolutely does, yes.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, this is fun fact though. This is also why you bring a mace when you're fighting heavily armored foes. Because you can just kind of like rattle their cage by bopping them on the head until they pass out anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, here's hoping they don't have. Well, what kind of weapons do these gnolls have?
They have long spears. I'm sorry, not long spears. They have normal
short spears.
I guess they'd be called short spears because they're like for.
We're using D&D. Or I don't even remember what they. Well, yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, they got spears.
Indeed. Go equipment page. I had a thing for this. At least I thought I did. Weapons. All right. Don't worry, I'll be cutting this. Oh, it's just called spear. Oi. Okay. That's what I needed to know. It's thrust +3 impaling. So the gnolls turn around and try and start rushing towards you, taking move and attacks each to your back, where you cannot dodge.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Fun fact, I was looking it up. Apparently in GURPS, they say using minis is actually more lethal, because when you have the tactical mini combat, you can only defend with your shield against attacks to your front and on your shield side. And also you can't dodge attacks you can't see, which bodes ill because they're coming to attack with the spears coming at you for... First one's actually going to hit.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Do they have combat reflexes, or is there a chance they might freeze?
I mean, that would have already happened by now.
Oh, okay.
Alright, that's going to hit you in the 8, Joe.
The 8. That is my right arm.
Do you have armor in your right arm?
I do.
Do you have 8 points of armor in your right arm?
I got 6.
Wow, really? Okay,
Yeah.
well, you do take 2 points of damage. Oh, wait.
Hurt!
That's impaling damage, so that's gonna be multiplied? Oh, no, it's only ×1 because it's your arm. Okay, yeah. So you take 2 points of damage. Then, second attack. Oof! Swing and a miss. The last gnoll that you ran past turns around back towards you, raises its spear up high and tries to just plunge it down on you, throwing everything he has into it.
Oh no.
Or I say gnoll. Person dressed as a gnoll.
Okay.
Ooh, that one might actually hurt you. Oh, because he doesn't have a penalty on that to hit roll. That's going to connect. Where does 10 hit?
The torso.
Oof, he hit you in your most important spot.
Oh no.
Wait. How much armor do you have? 4's coming at
6.
you. Oh my god, you feel your ancestors coming to your aid as this spear just plinks off of your mighty plate dwarvish armor. It's a good thing
That's
that
what I like to hear.
Despite the humans' level of technology, dwarvish military tech is very advanced. So you've got a head start on plate armor before everyone else. The gnoll looks deeply concerned, as it's exactly not enough to punch through. I forgot he's using an all-out attack, so that actually would still only make it to 6 exactly. However, it is now your turn.
Do I have either my axe and or shield drawn?
Yes, you've both.
Okay.
Because you take
what does the shield do?
The shield? You can use it to parry.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the main thing. You can also do shield rushes with it, fun fact. It's a type of slam.
So if I do the all-out attack, does that prevent me from parrying?
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Then, I'm going to go after the one that I tried to hit last time.
You can turn around for free, for the record.
Oh, yeah, then I will do that. And I will make an axe attack.
Basic attack?
Oh, yep. 18.
Okay. 18. Critical fail. Roll in the chart.
14. If making a swinging melee attack, your weapon flies 1d yards from your hand. 50% chance straight forward or back. Anyone on the target spot must make a dex roll. Okay.
5 yards.
5 yards. Alright. Odds forward, evens backwards.
Sure, I was going to roll on my end, but this is better.
Oh, I got odds. Forwards. So forward 5 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Alright. Well, there goes my axe.
They just start snickering.
Well, I don't got any bonus actions, so I think that's going to be it for my turn.
Yeah, no bonus actions in GURPS. The gnoll-dressed bandits, look, they just start laughing among themselves at your misfortune. One of them says, maybe we'll sell you to the fighting pits at Tyrann. You'll probably be a great amusement before getting feasted upon.
Well, Durok's definitely kind of shook at this point, so I just kind of scoff and try not to let it get to me.
They try once more, attacking just regularly at you.
Uh-huh.
First one is not... It hits you, but wouldn't be able to break your armor.
Nice.
The gnoll in front of you goes to attack. That's also going to hit, though I forgot you actually are entitled to a dodge or parry with your shield.
Oh, I will try to parry. 13. What am I testing against for
Your
the
shield skill.
12, so I fail.
So that lands, but also isn't going to be able to hurt you. The gnolls are starting to get kind of frustrated. They're realizing, wait a second, do we just not have the ability to connect against this guy? Then the leader comes to attack once more. He's still throwing his all at it, but he misses! Like a chump. Like some type of damn fool. It's like, why is he even here? But, yeah, it's your turn once more.
Okay. So I think I'm just gonna try to, like, sumo grab onto this gnoll in front of me and just start walking forwards.
You're just gonna, like, bear hug him and just start... Oh.
Yeah, just pushing, like doing that one gym exercise where you just hold the thing by the bars and just like, or I don't know, like a bull, just like walking towards it.
Yeah, like the, oh god, it's a thing they do for, like, football practice, very specifically.
Yeah, the, like, sled, something like that.
Yeah, it's like sandbags or something. Alright, yeah, so you're just gonna grab into him and just go forward. Okay, well, roll to grapple. Are you putting both your hands into this, or just one?
Would I have to drop my shield, or can I sort of, like,
no, you
push
just wouldn't
with my
benefit.
shield?
You could actually push with your shield as well.
Yeah, then I'm gonna keep holding the shield.
Okay. Do you succeed at your grab?
I'm testing at sumo.
Correct.
Then I fail.
The bandit takes a step back out of your reach.
Oh no.
And laughs at your misfortune. However, though, you are actually in his space now.
Oh, nice.
Because I always forget that close combat in GURPS, weapons with a range of C, you actually are in the same hex.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what range are these spears?
They are 1.
Aha.
So he's going to have a penalty trying to fight you going forward. But they also have the equivalent of a 5-foot or 1-yard step that's free with most attack actions. And since you don't have him grappled yet, he's going to step back out from behind you. Actually, no, you know what? I take that back. The gnolls... He just shouts, "Pile on!"
Oh, no.
And they all throw themselves into trying to grab you, each going for a limb, giving them all collectively... We'll call it a +4 bonus so that we can actually resolve this combat sometime tonight. They're also not very good at grappling, it turns out. Oh, no, they are getting a hold of you, though. So it's your turn. You are currently grabbed.
Uh-oh.
They have
yeah,
dropped their weapons.
I will try to reverse the grab.
I mean, it is role-playing game, so you can try anything. It is known.
Is it not feasible to do that?
Let's see. If you've been grappled, you can't take a move maneuver unless you have twice your opponent's strength. You can't do ranged attacks. Okay, so apparently you can still do any of the grapple actions that are in, now that you're in a grapple. So it's not like a maintaining control. However, you do have your arms currently restrained.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So unless you want to throw one of the guys off of the ground, or if you want to bite someone.
Both my arms are restrained?
Yeah, I forgot that you very specifically have like a face shield too, don't you? This came up when we were asking about your armor.
Oh yeah, I do have skull armor.
This would be face armor.
I've got face armor as well. Alright, can I attempt a headbutt?
I'll allow it. It would be a brawl check.
Nice. I got a 15, so that definitely does not pass.
Oh, well, that's good, because I don't even know if headbutt rules are in the basic set. So you're still struggling against them. They're having a shockingly hard time against you.
So it's been, what, 3 seconds? Has Engelbart woken up yet?
Well, that is where we come to the latest dramatic reveal. As you hear Philippe say that is quite enough, as you can see now that you're kind of facing back towards the camp in your struggle with the gnolls.
Mm-hmm.
That while your back was turned and you were calling for young Engelbart, Philippe has gone to his side and drawn a dagger that he now holds at his throat.
Oh, no.
Your dedication to craft is most admirable, Master Dwarf, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave my companions alone if you wish for the boy to live.
You bandit scum. Ugh.
Please, I'm not a bandit.
I release.
You release?
Yeah.
Alright.
Con man. Ugh. In the afterlife, you will see the hell that awaits you.
That may well be possible. And yet, I imagine that once I sell this armor of yours, I will be living most comfortably until then. Strip him. At this point, the gnolls start like working at the fasteners on your plate armor, or at least 2 of them do, while another one goes over to start getting the donkey ready. About a minute later, one of them gets bored and goes to retrieve your axe. If you do not stop them, it looks like they are planning on taking all of your possessions.
Can I attempt to bull rush Philippe, or is he gonna slit Engelbart's throat in response or something? But there's no reactions in GURPS, right? So, when it's my turn, it's my turn?
This is all correct. Essentially, how this works is you would have one shot, one opportunity to bull rush Philippe from across the map with your... Because they're having a hard time getting your armor off. That's why they left the one guy to do it by himself.
I don't think I have any other options, so I'm gonna go for the bull rush.
Alright, so while the one dude's trying to fiddle with the straps and can't quite, find them because he's never seen dwarf plate armor before because humans haven't invented plate armor yet, you just seize the moment to just rush out from behind. You have plenty of movement to make it over. You doing the full slam?
Yeah, I will be expending extra effort for this.
Oh, for the determined?
That's how that works.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Extra effort lets you get determined and mighty blow as you come on and slam. And welcome to the jam.
Then yes, I will be doing all of that. Alright, I'm rolling.
It's time to run, baby, run.
Oh, I got an 8.
Oh, so you hooped, baby, hoop. But can you shoot, baby, shoot? Oh, that's not gonna go well for him. Oh, he was so overconfident thinking that he finally won. Oh, that slam is absolutely gonna connect. You moved 4. Your HP is normally what, 11?
Yep.
Okay, so you each roll the die for damage, and if he rolls under yours at the 1d minus 3, then you table him, you knock him over.
Aha.
But also, I keep forgetting, you have sumo wrestling, and that does a thing. Sumo, where are you? Oh! What? How much do you know sumo at?
11, but for this particular test, 15, if that determined counts for that.
It doesn't count for that, but if you can bump up your sumo at some point, it not only gives you a permanent +1 extra bonus to resisting grapples, and gives you bonuses on breaking free, but it also gives you extra damage per die when you attempt to slam or shove. And it goes up over time. Okay, I didn't realize that didn't actually apply. I feel kind of dumb now. But you still get your extra +2, so you're only rolling 1d6 minus 1, while he's rolling 1d6 minus 3.
Rolled a 5 minus 1.
Alright, so you knock him over as he just, what's the thing the young kids say? You caught him slipping. As he was so confident that he had won. The bandits all look shocked and turn around. One's still holding your axe. The other one who's just kind of in shock that you slipped away from him. The only downside left over from this is because he was able to mess with your armor a little bit, trying to find all those straps, is that the back of your armor is kind of loose. So you have an opening that can be targeted for the remainder of the fight until it gets fixed.
Okay.
Lord Ardenheart is ready for this. Thank you, Durok. For a second there, I was starting to get worried. Now,
now!
Wonderful. We're now only outnumbered 2-1 as he draws his short blade.
We have the Watcher on our side.
You did keep appropriate watch. Also, leader guy is stunned.
Oh.
Because I was lying earlier. They actually don't have combat reflexes.
Oh, nice.
This Gnoll, I'm gonna keep calling them Gnolls, but they're human bandits dressed as Gnolls. He's gonna reach down, grab his spear once he gathers himself. This one is going to try and move and attack you, foolishly running up towards the front of you. That is gonna hit, but you can give me a dodge or a parry. I suggest one over the other.
I will parry. 7. Pass by 5.
All right, yeah, you're able to. Your axe can't bring itself to strike its true owner as you block with your shield. You know, just a wide deflection off to the right of you. It's a far block, but you managed to make it work. Philippe goes, he's like kind of coughing and starts kind of crawling away while getting up to like a sitting position. Engelbart says, I'll cover your flank, Durok, as he runs back behind you to protect the part of you that your shield won't block, and lashes out at the gnoll to try and help you overwhelm him. He doesn't hit. He's not actually very good at fighting yet, but he's trying.
That's all I could ask for.
It is your turn.
Okay. Is there any kind of like 5-foot step? Is that like a thing?
Yes, I think it's called a 1-yard step. If you look under the different attack actions and things, it's listed there. It'll say movement half in some places.
Is there any kind of like attack of opportunity? Is that like a thing?
I vaguely recall once seeing it, but I haven't been able to verify that it was ever a thing.
I think it's slip, I guess. You said you could try to close the gap between you. Or I guess that's for when you're trying to defend. What do you mean they're not gnolls? Is this not what a gnoll is?
Yeah, that's like a type of defense. But they have a retreat defense that you can kind of like layer on to any of your normal combat attacks, and it makes you move backwards while defending.
Oh, okay.
It's secretly one of the most powerful things in all of GURPS.
But I couldn't just like step behind the gnoll.
Well, if you take an action that allows a step, that you can do without any penalty no matter what.
Oh, okay. So an attack has step as a part of it, so I can just take
a 1-yard move.
Okay. Well, okay. What if I step away from him towards Philippe? Does that incur any kind of
Not that
attack?
I'm aware of. You're going over to Philippe?
Oh, yeah. I'm going down to Philippe. I'm just going to try to take my shield and jab him, just like while he's on the ground.
Oh, you absolutely can shield bash him. That's against skill level 12.
Yep.
I believe you're also entitled to a bonus because he's prone. Or either that or he can't dodge. Oh, and you have a medium shield. You don't even have a penalty.
Yeah, medium heavy shield.
Oh, it's a medium heavy shield?
Yeah, I don't know if that actually matters for this, but
it says it gives you a -3 to hit because it's. Oh no, that's a large shield as opposed to a heavy shield. Oh my god, I hate. The one penalty that does matter is that you do have a -4 because it's your offhand.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Unless you're doing a thing where you're like taking your shield off to like hit him.
Yeah, well,
like.
Yeah, I don't have anything in my main hand. Does that require like a fast draw check, or like can I just move, I'll grab it with my main hand and just
I won't have you take it off, but I'll allow you to like kind of grab with like your main hand to like help you stabilize it. So you're just doing like a two-handed like thing down onto him, like a
nice.
sort of thing.
Yeah, grab it by
So that will negate that penalty. Yeah, and you're kind of just hitting him from behind. So yeah, roll the hit.
There's a 13, fail by 1.
Then again, you know, it's not really made for for hitting, as he kind of like ducks and rolls out of the way. Nice try, Master Dwarf, but you'll never catch me like that. Fuck you, Durok, and your entire clan.
Yeah, weaselly little slug man.
The gnoll next to young Ardenheart goes to attack him, connects. But, to his credit, young Bull is able to parry. The other gnoll steps over his comrade to try and attack you with a spear. Missing. Horribly.
Nice.
The other one just starts wildly shouting and screaming to throw himself back into the fray. But he's also moving and attacking, so he's going to have a -4 to hit, which is also going to cause him to miss. Dear Philippe is on his turn going to keep trying to crawl away. However, there is a combatant that we have forgotten about up until this point, dude. Brother.
Oh.
I don't know if it's going to matter or not, though. Oh, yes! Oh, I'll tell you what. I don't want to be too cryptic, so we'll have you. Can you roll a 1d +2 crushing damage for me?
That is a 1, plus 2, 3.
Poor Philippe neglected to consider that as he was crawling away, he was crawling past the wagon, where he has been kicked directly in the head by the donkey. Killmore.
Huzzah, Killmore! Get him!
So that means that that's gonna definitely hitting him in the skull, which puts the knockdown roll at -10. So he automatically has to roll to get knocked down. Alright, so he's really hurting, but does not pass out. What a guy! He takes a mule kick to the head and doesn't immediately die. I'm sorry, a donkey kick.
Yeah.
But yeah. Your turn.
Yes, I'm just gonna go for a good ol'... does attacking with the shield prevent me from using it to parry?
Correct.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go for the all-out attack anyway.
Which
with
kind?
the shield bash. The determined, I mean.
Okay.
So I got 10 out of 16 for that.
That is gonna hit.
Alright, for damage I got 1 minus 1.
1 hits, which with their armor means nothing's getting through.
It is crushing.
That's true, but their furs are what's called flexible armor.
Oh my god, okay.
Now, this is why you're supposed to layer your armor, Joe.
Okay, fair
Because
enough.
different armors protect against different things. I swear to God, I'm
I'll
not making
throw
this
some
up.
fur armor on top of my,
It's this is what coifs are for. You need a
Yeah,
nice,
fair enough.
nice padded coif. However, on their turn, the gnoll with your axe says, "Oh, forget it! It's not even worth it!" and begins to run away
Aha!
as he bolts into the woods. And now we kind of have to find out if dear Lord Ardenheart gets an attack of opportunity or not, because that determines whether or not your axe is just gone. Or wait, is the axe one of your ancestral whoosy-whatsits?
Probably, but it wasn't... It's not as expensive as the armor. Because I had 10k of ancestral stuff, and the plate was only 7k. So I assume part of that 3k was probably the axe.
Fair enough.
But I can write this down in the Book of Grudges.
Alright, definitely keep a record of that. You've lost your axe. So he's saying forget it. The other two gnolls are coming right after you. They're gonna attempt to grab you again. Together, through the power of friendship, but it's still not enough. Wait, is it enough? No, it's still not enough as they try and grab you and throw down their weapons. As one shouts to the other, "Just do what already worked!" On his turn, the shell-shocked Philippe is going to desperately try and, like, stand up, kind of dazed from having been kicked in the head by the donkey, as he goes from crawling to crouching. However, the donkey's going to try and kick him again. Doing an wow, connecting an additional time. Oh, he was talking all that good shit, and he got kicked right in his left arm. Does that drop him? 3 plus 2 plus 2 for the all-out attack, because this donkey is pissed off, and he already took 4 points. Okay, so you hear a loud crack and a howl of pain as this donkey just breaks Philippe's arm, doing more damage in a sync than anyone else has done this entire combat. He does not immediately pass out from running out of hit points, nor is he immediately knocked down and stunned, though he is in so much pain. Lord Ardenheart comes around and tries to be helpful by hurling his, oh no wait, he has a short sword. So he's moving around to get behind this gnoll here to try and help you out. I believe that's the leader of the bunch. The leader of the pack, if you would.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I got him, Durok, now!" It's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go for a shield bash. I'm gonna make a determined attack.
Alright, +4 to hit.
Oh, 7 out of 16.
Okay, that's not quite enough for a critical hit, but
For 1 minus 1 damage.
not going to...
But his furs are getting really messed up. He's gonna take forever cleaning all this shield damage off.
Do you get a critical hit? Oh, no, he just isn't able to block properly. Okay, I believe this game has overwhelm bonuses. Fun fact.
Yeah, I would be surprised if GURPS didn't.
Visibility... Oh, that all just reduces his defenses. I always forget that. Yeah, most stuff is penalties. That's very unfortunate. But, yeah, he's somehow able to block that. The other gnoll, on their turn, says, "Forget it! I changed my mind. Nothing's gonna work on this damnable dwarf. I'll see your beard shaved," as he runs off in the other direction. The donkey is still pissed off. Donkey wants blood, but it does not connect this time. as Philippe finally is able to stand up and just kind of woozily staggers a couple of yards away. Dear Lord Ardenheart does an all-out attack from behind, stabbing the gnoll. I'll tell you what, do me a favor. He got a critical hit. Can you give me the result on the critical hit table?
11. Good old normal damage only.
Weak. Well, he still does a very nice chunk of damage. I choose to believe that you were like hitting him with the shield, right? And then he stabs him from behind and like pokes through, so you're like you used your shield to like press him onto the blade. Damn, somehow this poor bastard's still up, though he is not doing so good and is bleeding heavily and is looking real staggered. It is your turn.
I'm gonna go for the determined shield bash.
Finish him.
That's a 10. 4 minus 1. 3 crushing.
All right. He's got the -4 penalty to all of his actions for the turn, so that because he's got the damage from getting stabbed, so he is not going to successfully parry. Let me grab some dice here for this hit location.
I finally dealt damage to someone other than myself.
Oh, and you actually hit a part of him that isn't armored for once. You
Aha.
you smack into his hand. Roll for damage.
I got 3 altogether.
3? Oh, and that is going to take out the last of his hit points too. Or wait, I was going to roll those up here. Ah, he finally goes down. He just grabs his hand and just kind of collapses onto the ground and just is like wailing before kind of like coughing up some more blood and falling off to his side. Philippe looks extremely embarrassed and uncomfortable at this development. I've heard the Honorminers are very known for their forgiving natures, he says, cracking a smile.
Well, look, Philippe, people do things in the heat of the moment. We can talk this out. Just stay there.
Out of character, for the record, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just trying to get him to not sprint away.
Okay, so essentially you're just lying to him to like calm him down. Young Ardenheart is asking, what are you doing? What? He just tried to rob us.
Well, Ardenheart, people can change. Let's just see.
We hang horse thieves. We should do something worse to him. However, he, shockingly enough, Philippe, I just rolled, he is buying it.
Okay.
Well, I have to admit, Master Dwarf, I was very worried there for a moment, but I'm glad you could see reason. I can pay you some type of ransom, I'm sure, for my being able to safely leave.
Can I do some sort of surprise, non-lethal attack just to try to knock him unconscious?
Oh, just with the battle being clearly over.
Grab my shield.
Oh yeah, you
just right on the top of his head.
He grabs his purse with his hand. And he's like, "What do you think is an appropriate weregild for this?" And then you just like clock him with the shield, like the beginning of fucking Wanted when Chris Pratt takes the keyboard to the face.
Now I believe this is what I brought my rope for.
Yeah, he lost some teeth on that one.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely going to tie him up and throw him in the wagon. Well, actually, I'm going to go through his person and see. Definitely taking his lyre.
You took his you took his small lyre?
Yeah.
Yeah, put that in your loot for the Discord chat.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, you've taken his small lyre. He had about 37 silver pieces of ill-gotten gains.
Ooh.
A small knife.
Nice.
Some personal basics.
Well, we did need rations, so hopefully that helps a little bit.
That's fair. He did have some like nuts and berries on his person.
Oh yeah. Oh, did that gnoll die?
I mean, he's not dead yet, but he will be eventually if left unattended to. But you're welcome to finish him off if you would like.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking we'll capture him as well. Hog tie him, throw him in the wagon.
Okay. Engelbart is shocked to realize that you were not actually fighting gnolls this entire time. Like when his helmet finally comes off. What? No! Durok, absolutely not! These are men! Gnolls are savage creatures, but these, I guess these are fairly savage creatures as well, I suppose.
I've heard stories about these things. It must have turned back to its human form.
That's not how that works, Durok. He, like, wants to make a thing of it and then thinks better of it. Is he going to die?
Philippe or the gnoll?
Yes, the gnoll.
Well, we will take them to we will take them to the Baron, see what his punishment for these criminals is. I'm sure it may curry us some favor with his court if he sees that we have done good in his realm.
That's honestly a bold strategy. I hope we get there soon. I've always been eager for my chance to earn glory for my family in the field of battle, but to be completely honest with you, Durok, I've never killed anyone before. This feels like murder.
Well, it is more so justice. Murder is an injustice.
We're hitting the old reaction table for this one. Considering your bonuses, it's very good. Yeah, this heartens him.
Have no fear, Ardenheart. This is your victory. This is something to be celebrated. We should be breaking out the honey mead for this.
I'm afraid we're out of honey mead.
Oh no.
Wait.
Then we have 2 reasons to get to Lone Harrow.
I see the honey mead is still on your lips a bit.
It was for a manling's ale. It was quite acceptable.
Acceptable indeed. Wait a moment. That's right. We're going to Lone Harrow. I only even came to speak with you to warn you that this was surely a suicidal endeavor.
What? Suicidal? For these bandits, perhaps?
Well, no, not the bandit. Well, I mean, yes, the bandits, but also I was told that your patron volunteered you for this task because you were unlikely to succeed. Her words, not mine.
Yeah, well, you know how those magic folk are.
She did say you called her a wazik.
Yes, well...
What?
See, they're always reading runes and rolling bones. Those prophecies are broken every other day. You see, true metal, steel, that is the only thing that can be trusted.
He looks around at the carnage nearby and says, You make a strong point, though I have to confess that I wish that I had a spell or two to my name to help in a situation like this.
No, you don't. It only ever... First you want one spell, then you desire more and more and more. I've seen this story 10,000 times. You do not want even a single spell to your name. I promise you that, Anglebot. As he moves on with preparing the donkey, Kilmore, he mumbles something under his breath about how you're only 3 years older than him. Well, and you've seen what those 3 years have allowed me to do.
Fair enough. And with that, you are able to overcome this encounter and move on towards Lone Harrow. Within the next 3 or 4 days, there's no comparable horror that you see on the journey such as that. There are various odds and ends. One point, Ardenheart insists he sees a dragon in the distance. Another day, there's a fun moment where a family of a duck and some ducklings start just crossing the road, and you have to stop for a few minutes.
If this were not to the land of the eagle god, I would not hesitate to just ride over them.
And yet you wait here at the road as surely as I, says Anglebart.
You must respect the customs of the land you are in.
You know, I've never left Heathengate before. I had never considered it, to be quite honest. These are wise words that you speak, Master Dwarf.
Indeed. Listen to them closely. Keep them close to your heart. Remember them forever.
He chuckles and says, I will do what I can.
This isn't a joke, Ardenheart. Dwarves do not make light of these promises.
He gets very stone-faced for not stone-faced, I guess, like just looking very somber for a moment, and he says, I'll be sure to remember that too. And then he gets real quiet and pensive for a while. You know what, Joe? I think with that, I think we're going to call it there for this week, even though we managed to not even make it to the barony. Because I think this is a good length. Like, it's not quite 2 hours. I guess we lost a little bit of time setting up, but I think we finally have a good rhythm here.
Yeah.
Critically important, though, I want to point out, you gain 5 character points to your name for your successful overcoming of those gnollish bandits. Despite my desire to steal that mechanic from RuneQuest, where you can only level up stuff that you used in the past session, you may spend these freely. If you're looking for the min-max option, I suggest you pick a talent.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking I might need to start investing into a ranged option.
Perhaps, though, before the invention of guns, ranged combat is pretty dicey.
Yeah. Well, I just need a reason to force enemies to come to me rather than me have to come to them.
Well, you have enough armor that you can make it to pretty much anyone eventually.
True. I'm still thinking I might want to either pick up some throwing axes or something like that. Maybe not a crossbow, because I know those take forever to reload.
That is true.
You know, I forgot I have my crowbar. Apparently that thing is just, like, as good as my axe as a weapon.
I think it has an automatic penalty to hit with.
Oh, does it?
Oh, it has a lower chance to hit. It
Oh,
becomes
yeah, I guess if it
unready
uses-
whenever you swing with it, too.
Is that the U?
Yeah, that's what the U means, so you have to take a ready action.
Is that also true for my axe?
When you parry with it, yes. So parry with your shield, not your axe.
But yeah, the axe says no parry, but does have block. Is block like what we've been making like parry out to be?
Right. Shit. Alright, well, we learned a little bit.
I feel like there's probably not any real difference between the two. I guess like the downside to parrying is then you can't attack.
Well, no, you can't block with an axe at all. You can only block with
Yeah.
shields. Essentially, if you block with a shield, then it's functionally cover for that turn, is my understanding.
Okay.
Which is why shields have rules that we are not going to be using where they can break if they get hit hard enough. Because they just get wailed on, you have to keep buying new shields. Yeah, this says that you can't parry with a shield. That's so embarrassing. I could have swore you could. Well, anyway, first things first, let's wrap up this recording, because, hey everybody, thank you for watching, whoever you are that is watching this. Come back next week, where we will subject poor Durok and his growing legend in the spiraling political situation that is Iogolia, with ever more monsters and intrigues, and who knows, maybe we'll even make it to Lone Harrow next week. Keep it up. If I make any money of this whatsoever, we'll someday have visual aids. Real ones, too, not just this. We might even have character art for people. It's gonna be great. Come back. Stay tuned. You know the drill by now. Be safe. Be well. Love yourselves and the world around you. No excuses. No exceptions. Keep on fighting evil and taking its stuff.